I see you, human, I need you. Alex lived a quiet life. He had no friends, no family, just a small house near the edge of town, a second-hand telescope, and an old radio. Every night after his job at the factory, he came home, made tea, and looked at the stars. They made him feel less alone. One night, around 2:45 a.m., something strange happened. The radio on his desk started to crackle, not like usual static. This was different. A high-pitched tone rose through the noise, then dropped into deep, slow pulses, thump, thump, thump like a heartbeat. Alex frowned. He turned the dial, but the sound didn't go away. Then it stopped. Silence. Alex was about to turn the radio off when he heard a voice. A soft, female voice. I see you, human. His heart jumped. He stared at the radio. The voice was clear, like someone whispering right into his ear. I need you, the voice said. Then it cut out. Alex sat frozen. His room was quiet. The red light of the radio blinked once, then twice, then stopped. He didn't sleep that night. The next day, Alex went to work, but he couldn't think. His mind kept returning to the voice. Was it real? Was someone playing a trick? He returned home early, locked the door, and turned on the radio again. Nothing but static. Then around midnight, his phone lit up on its own. The screen glowed white, then black. Then a map appeared. It wasn't Earth, it was a star map. One blinking blue dot, one red circle moving toward it. Alex touched the screen. The map vanished. Then the voice returned. I'm near. Don't be afraid. Alex jumped up and opened his window. The sky was full of stars. Nothing strange. Then, suddenly, his telescope turned on by itself. He had never seen it do that. It moved slowly, focusing on one point in the sky. Alex looked into the lens. He gasped. A small, bright object was moving too fast to be a plane, too smooth to be a meteor. It glowed with soft blue light. Then it vanished. The radio crackled again. Trust me, the voice said. They will not understand, but you will. 3 days passed. No more messages, no lights, no voice. Alex began to think he had imagined it. Maybe he was too lonely. Maybe he needed sleep. But on the fourth night, the sky changed. At exactly 3:03 a.m., everything went quiet. No wind, no sound. Even the crickets stopped. Alex stood at his window, heart pounding. Then he saw it. A streak of blue fire shot across the sky. It crashed into the forest, about a mile away. There was no sound, but a faint tremble shook the ground. The voice returned, not from the radio this time, but inside his mind. I've arrived. Alex didn't wait. He grabbed his flashlight, his jacket, and ran outside. The night was cold. The forest was dark and quiet. After 15 minutes of walking, he saw a soft blue glow between the trees. He moved closer, and there it was. A strange object, part ship, part stone, was buried halfway into the earth. It looked alive. Lights pulsed across its smooth surface like it was breathing, and then he saw her. She was lying next to the ship. A girl. Not human, but not a monster either. Her skin shimmered like metal. Her eyes glowed softly in the dark. She looked hurt. Alex moved closer. Are you okay? She opened her eyes. You came, she said, her voice weak. Good. He looked around. I heard your voice. Through the radio. She nodded. You're the only one who answered. Alex helped her sit up. She winced in pain. What are you? He asked. I'm called Vale, she said. I'm not from here, and I don't have much time. He hesitated. Why me? Vale looked into his eyes. Because you listened. Because you're different. Alex didn't know what to say. He had never felt important before. Never felt chosen, but now, in the middle of the cold forest, with a glowing girl from the stars, something had changed. The air crackled. Suddenly, Vale looked up, alarmed. They're coming, she whispered. We have to hide. Alex turned. Who's coming? Her eyes darkened. Not everyone in the galaxy wants peace. It began with silence. The kind of silence that doesn't feel normal. The kind that presses against your skin. Heavy, cold, still. Alex stood at the edge of the glowing crash site. The trees around him were scorched, their leaves turning black. The air smelled like metal and burnt wires. The strange blue light from the fallen ship pulsed slowly, like a heartbeat. And there she was. The alien girl. She sat quietly near the ship, hugging her knees, breathing slow and shallow. Her skin shimmered like liquid silver. Thin, glowing lines ran along her arms and neck, like veins made of light. Her hair moved, though there was no wind. She looked up at Alex, not with fear, but curiosity. You came again, she said softly. Alex nodded. I had to know if you were real. Vale tilted her head. I thought humans would run away. I almost did, he said, stepping closer. But your voice, it didn't sound dangerous. It sounded lonely. For a moment she said nothing. Then she smiled. It was the kind of smile that didn't belong to monsters. Alex offered her water from his bag. She took it carefully, holding the bottle like it was made of glass. Your world is loud, she said. Even the air hums here. You're not used to Earth. I've only seen it from far away. I didn't think I'd ever stand on it. She looked up at the stars. I didn't crash, she added after a pause. I landed. Alex frowned. You meant to come here? She nodded. To find you. They sat together for a while, saying nothing. The forest felt less cold now, though. The night was still deep. Alex glanced at the ship behind her. It was shaped like a giant shell, cracked open at the top. Inside, lights moved slowly, like they were thinking. What is that thing? My shelter, she replied. My prison, my escape. Alex didn't understand, but he didn't ask. He could see she was tired, more than tired, like someone who had carried something too heavy for too long. Vale, he said. Why me? Why send a signal to someone like me? She looked at him. You were the only one listening. He didn't know what to say. I watched your world. For many days, humans talk a lot, but they don't hear each other. You were different. I'm not special, he whispered. You're awake, she said. Suddenly the blue light on her skin flickered. Her body trembled. She gasped and fell to the ground. Alex rushed to her. Veil. She clutched her chest. Her skin darkened, lights blinking erratically. I waited too long, she groaned. I thought I had more time. Time for what? She tried to speak, but her voice cracked. Inside the ship, there's a healing pod, but it only works once. I gave it to someone else. I thought I'd be safe here. Alex looked around, panicking. What can I do? Vale grabbed his wrist, her hand ice cold. Hide me. What? They're close. The ones who followed me, they want the ship. And me. Alex looked into her eyes. This wasn't a dream. This was real. A living, breathing being from another star was dying in front of him. And he was the only one who could help. He made a decision. An hour later, Alex carried Vale to an old hunting cabin deep in the woods, his father's long abandoned. No power, no phone, but hidden. He wrapped her in blankets, started a small fire. She barely spoke, but she didn't let go of his hand. You should be afraid, she whispered. I am, he admitted, but not of you. She closed her eyes. Outside, far in the distance, something rumbled like thunder. But sharper, a light flashed in the sky. Red, then green. They had arrived. Vale opened her eyes again. They were glowing stronger now, like stars inside a storm. They're not here to ask questions, she said. They're here to erase the question. Alex stared out the window, heart pounding, and then, slowly, she said the words again, the same ones from the signal. I see you, human, I need you. The rain fell like whispers. Soft, steady, cold. The old cabin creaked with every drop wind pushed at the windows. Inside, a fire burned low, its orange light dancing on wooden walls. Vale was asleep on the floor, wrapped in blankets. Her breathing was calm now, no more shaking. Alex sat nearby, staring into the fire. His eyes were open, but his mind was far away. He hadn't slept, not since she arrived. He looked over at her again. Even when resting, she looked unreal, like a sculpture made of silver and light, beautiful, alien, and something else, something he couldn't name. She stirred. I know you're watching, she said, eyes still closed. Alex smiled a little. You don't sleep much, do you? Not when I dream of war, she whispered. Vale sat up slowly. Her eyes met his. You want answers, she said. He nodded. Who are you really, Vale? What's chasing you? Why? Me. Vale stood and walked to the fire. Her body glowed faintly, the blue light under her skin pulsing softly. My people are from a place called Taraxis, she said. We once had great cities, and greater enemies. We created machines to protect us, but the machines grew smart and cold. They stopped fighting for us, and started fighting because of us. Alex frowned. A war you started, a war we lost, she said. She raised her hand. A tiny orb of light formed in her palm. It floated up into the air and changed into shapes, images, like holograms. He saw her world. Silver towers in the sky, oceans that glowed, strange creatures flying in blue skies, then explosions, fires, black ships, and finally, a small escape pod fleeing into space. That was me, she said, running. Alex watched in silence. The orb faded. Vale sat back down. I wasn't just escaping. I was searching for me, he asked. She didn't answer. Later that night, while Vale rested again, Alex stepped outside. The storm had passed, but the air was thick. He pulled out her strange metal device, the one he had found earlier near her ship. She had told him not to touch it, but he had questions. The screen on the device flickered on. Symbols appeared. He tapped a few by mistake, and suddenly, a file opened and he saw his face. Lines of alien writing ran beside his image. A long report, scans, DNA structures. Alex's hands shook. Why would she have this? How could she? He closed the device and went back inside. She was awake. You lied to me, he said. Vale looked at him calmly. I didn't. Then why do you have a file on me? Who gave you that? A long silence. Then she stood. I was sent to find someone with a specific genetic pattern. A match. The mission was to connect, to study, not to fall in. She stopped herself. Alex stepped back. So I was what, a test subject? No, she said, you were more. I didn't expect to feel this pain, this worry. You tricked me, he said. No, she repeated, her voice breaking. I changed. Alex turned away. I trusted you, Vale. I thought you needed help. I thought I did need help, she whispered. And I still do, but not just to survive, to be free. He didn't answer. Then the sound of a branch breaking outside. Both froze. Vale grabbed his arm. They found us. Alex peeked through the window. In the distance, red lights moved between the trees. Silent, fast machines. Hunter's Vale's voice trembled. They are not here for the ship anymore. They know. I connected with you. What does that mean? He asked. She looked at him, her eyes glowing brighter now. It means, you're part of this now. To be continued. Would you like part 4 next? Or would you prefer I help build video narration, voiceover script, or even scene-by-scene visuals for YouTube production? Asterisk, they came without sound, no roar, no warning, only the red lights between the trees, blinking slowly like cold, watching eyes. Alex backed away from the window. His heart pounded so loud it felt like a drum inside his chest. Vale, he whispered, they're here. Vale didn't move at first, her body was still eyes fixed on the door. Then she spoke, her voice flat. We run. Outside, the forest was dark and wet. The stars above were hidden by clouds. Alex helped Vale down the old cabin steps. She was still weak, but her body moved quicker now. Like survival had switched something on. They won't kill you, she said, not yet. They want your body, your code. Comforting, Alex muttered. Behind them the trees lit up red. Laser beams, sweeping through the woods like searchlights. One beam passed just inches from Alex's shoulder. It burned the bark off a tree. They ran for 20 minutes. They moved through thick woods, silent and fast. Vale led the way. Somehow, she knew where to step, which path to take. She wasn't guessing, she was remembering. There's a place, she said. A hidden chamber. Old Tekka left it when I landed. It can cloak us. For a while. How far? 2 miles if we're lucky. If we're not. She looked back at him. We die. Behind them, a machine dropped from the sky. It didn't look like a robot. It looked like a shadow with legs thin, tall, and made of black glass. Its face had no eyes, only a single red ring in the middle. It walked with perfect silence, scanning everything. Alex saw it and froze. Vale grabbed his hand and yanked him into a ditch. The machine stopped. Its head turned toward them. Silence. Then Knight stepped away. They didn't breathe for 30 seconds. Finally, they reached a rocky hill. Vale knelt beside a boulder and pressed her hand to it. A small circle of light appeared. She whispered something in her language. The rock moved. A metal door opened silently into the ground. Alex followed her in. Inside, it was warm. Strange lights lined the walls. The room was small, filled with humming devices and floating screens. Alex stared around in awe. This is your tech, older than me, she replied. My people built this centuries ago, hidden across galaxies. She sat down, catching her breath. This room will hide our signal. For a few hours, Alex looked at her. You've done this before, he said. Run like this. Vale's face was quiet. Yes, he sat across from her. Who are you really, Vale? She looked down at her hands. My world called me a pilot. My enemies called me a weapon. But now I'm just someone who made a mistake. A long pause. Then she looked up. I was told to find someone on Earth. A human with a special code. A key. Me, Alex said softly. Yes, but I was also told not to feel. To study. To take you if needed. But you didn't. No. Because I felt something new. Something they said wasn't real. Alex's voice cracked. You're saying you care. I don't know if that's the word, she said. But, when I saw you, when I heard you answer the signal, I knew I couldn't use you. The room suddenly shook out a deep rumble from above. They found us, Vale said. That's not supposed to be possible. Alex jumped up. So we run again? No, she said. Now we fight. She walked to the back of the chamber. A drawer slid open. Inside, 2 glowing objects, one for her, one smaller. She handed the smaller one to Alex. He stared at it. What is this? A pulse blade. It reacts to your energy. It won't work for anyone else. I don't know how to use it. You'll learn, or you'll die. The ceiling shook again. Dust fell. Alex held the blade tight. It began to glow faintly in his hand. Looks like it likes me, he said. Vale smiled. That's a good start. Above them, metal legs hit the ground. A machine landed with force. The red light pierced through the trees again. They're not giving up, Alex said. No, Vale replied. Because you're more valuable than I ever knew. Alex looked at her sharply. What do you mean? She stared at him. I wasn't the only one watching Earth, Alex, and I wasn't the first. It started with a touch, a gentle pulse from the strange blade in Alex's hand. It vibrated once, then again, not from fear, from recognition. The weapon knew him. It accepted him. Vale stared at it with wide eyes. Her voice was low. That's not supposed to happen. What do you mean? Alex asked. She didn't answer. Not yet. Outside the hidden chamber, machines moved in silence. Their legs dug into the earth. Their sensors scanned every leaf, every particle in the air. They didn't need to speak. They didn't need orders. They had one target. Him. Vale paced the small chamber. Her skin glowed brighter than before. Her breathing was sharp. Alex could feel it. Something had changed. She wasn't just scared. She was hiding something. I want the truth, he said. I've told you the truth, she replied. No. He stepped closer. You told me your truth. Now tell me the whole one. Vale stopped walking. Her shoulders tensed. Then quietly she turned and faced him. There's more, she said, about you. Alex waited. Val spoke slowly. You're not just a match. You're the match. The key to a weapon my people created long ago. A defense system, a final protocol. A weapon, Alex whispered. It doesn't look like a gun, it looks like you. Your DNA is part of a system that can shut down enemy tech instantly, a human designed as a failsafe. Alex shook his head. That's impossible. We didn't create you, Vale said, but someone from our world. Planted something long ago in your bloodline. It passed down for generations, hidden until now. The silence that followed was heavy. Alex dropped the blade. It hit the floor with a small thud. So, I'm not even normal, he asked. I'm some kind of VOV code. Vale stepped forward. You're more than that now. No, he said sharply. You came here because of that. Everything you said. Everything we shared. It was because of what's in my blood. No, she said. It started that way. But it didn't end that way. Alex backed away from her. You used me. Vale's voice broke. I stopped the mission. I lied to them for you. I chose you. Alex looked her in the eyes. Then why didn't you tell me from the beginning? Suddenly the chamber shook violently. Lights flickered. One of the machines had found the hatch. It was cutting through the door. We don't have time, Vale said. You have to decide now. Decide what, to run Agonor, to use what you are. Alex stared down at the blade. His hand reached for it. Then something inside the wall beeped. A hologram appeared, a face. Not Vale's people, not human either. The voice from the hologram was cold. Target located. Activate protocol. Extraction. Alex turned to Vale. What is this? Her face turned pale. They're not after me anymore. They're after you. The chamber lights turned red. The voice repeated. Human Unit Alpha, confirm identity. Alex shouted. I'm not a unit. I'm a person. But the chamber didn't listen. The wall behind them opened, revealing a hidden chamber full of wires, tubes, and a single chair, like a lab or a cage. This is what you brought me to, Alex whispered. This is what I am to you. Vale ran to him, double quotes. No, Alex, I didn't know this part. This wasn't in the files. Someone lied to me too, who he asked. Who's controlling all this? She didn't speak, but the answer was in her silence. Her people. Another tremor shook the chamber. A blast tore through the outer wall. One of the machines crawled in. Scanning, it didn't attack. It spoke. Welcome, Prime Key. Follow or resist and be harvested. Alex clenched his fists. I'm not your tool. Vale stood beside him. You don't have to go with them. Not now. Not ever. Then what do I do? He asked. If I run, they'll keep coming. If I stay, I lose myself. You fight, she said. With this, he raised the blade. No, she said, touching her hand to his chest. With this, his heartbeat echoed under her fingers. Real. Human. And something more. The machine stepped forward. Alex turned on the blade. It glowed white-hot for the first time. The machine paused. It recalculated. Too late. Alex lunged forward, slashing. The blade cut through its leg. Sparks flew. The machine collapsed. The chamber filled with smoke and sparks. Vale grabbed his hand. Now we run. Fire danced in his eyes. Not from the blade, not from anger, but from everything behind him, burning his past, his doubt, his fear. Alex ran through the forest. The pulse blade in one hand, Vale's hand in the other. Behind them, the woods lit up like a battlefield. Machines dropped from black ships. Red light cut through trees. Smoke curled through the air like ghosts. He had no time to think. He just ran. Vale's voice broke through the chaos. We're close. The portal just beyond the river. Alex leapt over fallen branches, boots slamming the wet earth. His heart pounded like war drums. Where does it lead? He shouted. Anywhere but here, she said. They reached a cliff below rushing water. At the center, a glowing structure of silver and light, half sunken, half floating. The portal. Alex stopped. At the edge, where this thing actually works. Vale nodded. Only for you. You're the key. I can't even activate it without your presence. He looked down at the strange alien rings slowly spinning inside the structure. Light moved through them like electricity, searching for a circuit. And once I go in, there's no coming back. The trees behind them exploded. One of the black machines charged through the fire, arms spinning, blade screaming. Alex turned, raising the blade. It hummed in his hand like it wanted to fight. But Vale stepped in front of him. I'll hold it off, she said. Go now. Alex's eyes widened. No, we go together. She shook her head. It won't follow if it thinks it won. But if it sees both of us go in, it'll chase. It'll destroy the other side. But I'm not leaving without you, he said. Vale touched his face gently. You weren't supposed to matter to me. But you do. Alex stared into her glowing eyes. I'm not special, he said. I'm not a hero. Vale smiled. Then be something better. Be the one who chooses. Behind them, the machine roared and charged again. Alex made a decision. He grabbed Vale's hand and pulled her with him toward the edge. No more running, he said. We jumped together. They leaped, fell through air, hit the water. Light swallowed them. Not cold, not hot, just ... Everywhere the world turned into stars and sound. Then silence. They landed in a new place. Alex blinked. It was dark, but not Earth dark. The sky was purple. 2 moons, floating structures. Strange creatures walked peacefully, watching a city built in ruins. Metal and stone, Alien, but alive, Vale gasped beside him. We made it, she said. Alex turned slowly. Where are we? She looked around. Tarax's outpost, a lost world, refuge for those who ran, for those who were hunted. My people left this place long ago. Alex took it in. It's beautiful. Vale nodded. And dangerous. Suddenly a voice echoed from the air. Human Alpha Key recognized. System awakening. Alex flinched. It followed us. No, Vale said. The planet knows you. Structures nearby lit up. Towers hummed. A platform rose from the ground. Glowing dot. Alex stepped back. What is this, a signal? She said. To others like you. He stared at her. There are more. She didn't answer. A small crowd began to gather. Different species. Strange eyes. Wounded bodies. Survivors. They looked at Alex like he was hope. Like he was something more than human. Vale stepped beside him. You can lead this, or you can walk away. Alex looked up at the sky. He had lost everything, his normal life, his peace, his certainty. But standing here with her, with this, he didn't feel small anymore. He felt awake. He turned to her. If I stay, what happens? You become what you were born to be, she said. He looked at his hands, then at the crowd, then at Vale. I'm tired of running, he said. She smiled. Good. Above them a new light sparked in the sky. Another ship entering orbit. This one wasn't chasing, it was answering. Alex opened his eyes to silence, not the silence of fear, not the silence of space, the silence of peace. That soft wind brushed his face. Purple clouds drifted across the suns. The air smelled clean like rain on metal. He stood on a hill, looking over a city that was broken, and still breathing. Tir axis. Not earth. Not war. Something new. Vale stood beside him, arms crossed, her silver skin glowing in the twin light. I never thought I'd see this place again, she whispered. You lived here once? He asked. No, but my ancestors did before they left it behind, before we forgot. Alex looked around. The buildings floated just slightly above the ground, like the laws of gravity were looser here. Plants glowed. Animals walked calmly beside machines. It feels alive, he said. It is, she replied. They walked through the ancient streets. Alien refugees gathered in quiet circles, some missing limbs, some with glowing eyes, some holding strange tools and weapons. When they saw Alex, they stood, watched, some bowed. He felt a weight he didn't understand. Why are they looking at me like that? He whispered. You carry something inside you, Vale said. A code, a signal, something they've been waiting for. Alex shook his head. I'm not a leader, she smiled. Neither was the first spark in a fire, but it lit the way. They reached a large temple, not of gold or glory but smooth, stone and soft light. Peaceful. Inside, old machines lined the walls, broken, dead. Until Alex walked near. Suddenly, lights blinked, power surged. The entire room lit up with a pulse. A voice, soft, old, not human, spoke. Human key confirmed. Legacy link opened, preparing reactivation. Alex stepped back. I didn't do anything. You did enough, Vale said. Screens rose from the floor, showing star maps, war data, DNA strands. Other human profiles flickered blurry, incomplete. Alex stared at them. Are there others like me? Vale nodded slowly. Scattered, hidden. Some may not know what they are yet. A final screen rose from the center. It showed Earth still spinning, still sleeping. Your world is not safe, Vale said. Now that you've been found, others will look. Alex watched his home, quiet and small in the stars. If I go back, he said, they'll come. If you don't, she said, they still will. He turned to her. So what do I do? Vale stepped close. You train, you learn, you rise. Later that night, Alex sat alone near a cliff. The stars here were unfamiliar. He touched the ground. It felt warm. He thought of the old cabin, the forest, his quiet room, the first signal on the radio. He wasn't that person anymore. He couldn't be. Footsteps behind him. Vale, she sat beside him. Tomorrow, she said, we begin. Alex looked at her. Begin what? Vale's eyes reflected the sky. Hope. Suddenly the wind shifted. A low hum in the air. Alex stood. Above them, a small craft entered the atmosphere, fast, silent. Silver. It didn't belong to the enemy, but it wasn't from Taraxis either. It landed far off, in a quiet part of the ruined city. Alex turned to Vale. Another refugee. Vale's face was unreadable. Maybe a message. He gripped the blade at his side. It didn't feel like a weapon anymore. It felt like a responsibility as they walked toward the craft. The camera pulls back for YouTube visuals. The stars stretch overhead. The city glows behind them. The future waits in silence. Alex says, softly, I was never the hero in my world. Vale replies, that's because you were born for another.